and know how to do it. All right, so now you guys can laugh because I haven't figured out this part of it, but I found this great picture of Melissa to show you what the plant looks like, because we're talking about Melissa today. Can you guys see it on your screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Carol.
So I have no idea how to get this stuff to go away, but maybe by next week I'll figure that part out. But anyway, so this is what the Melissa plant looks like. And I think it's and looking at it, reading about it, then I would never guess it, just about the things that it does and everything. But it's also known as lemon balm, and it's related to the mint family. And when you look at the leaves, it does look like mint. It looks like the peppermint that I grow in my garden. So that's what Melissa looks like. Okay, so a couple of things. One, for those of you that got it, I apologize for sending a text in the middle of the night. I know it didn't wake Ida up because she and I were still texting. But I had intended to schedule it to go out first thing this morning, and that didn't work. So I apologize for that. I hope it didn't wake you up. And I think, Cheryl, you just got an email, right?
I just got the email.
Do you prefer emails or texts to get on this?
Text, or I'm more likely to see a text because I only look at my email maybe once a day, sometimes twice a day. So it just depends, either one. But if it's urgent, it should definitely be by text.
Okay, I will put you on my text list. All right, so we're going to talk about Melissa today. Hopefully, all of you have been aware that there's been BOGOs going on this week, and they're changing the format so that BOGOs were Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and they're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And they did the same thing as they did in April, in that they made a BOGO box that you could order. You could get the box, and that would get you all of the 5 oils that they've announced, all the buy one oils, and then the get one oils are a surprise. This time they made it so the BOGO box was only available Monday and then Tuesday until it sold out, which it did sell out. But consequently, we know that now I'm not guaranteeing on the days, but Monday I think is going to be Island Mint, which is a fabulous oil. It just smells like you're on an ocean or on an island with the ocean and a little bit of mint in the background. So it's a really light mint. A couple of years ago, it came out for a Father's Day promotion, but you cannot buy it. So if you enjoyed it, then watch Monday's BOGO. And I have no idea what the free one is. Tuesday is going to be a 5 milliliter bottle of Deep Blue. And Wednesday is going to be Melissa. And so that's why we're going to talk about Melissa today. So Melissa is just a really good oil. It's, unless you're doing it on a BOGO where you're getting a really good deal, Melissa for me is one of those oils that I use points to get. Because it is, the price actually came down about a year ago. It used to be $135 for a 5 milliliter bottle, wholesale. I know, Cheryl. And it's now $115 wholesale. So it came down $20. So that's really good. But it takes 20, now think about this. Think about how many leaves it would take, and those little teeny flowers it would take to make 22 pounds of oil, or 22 pounds of leaves and flowers is what it takes to get 1 5 milliliter bottle of the oil. So it is. So you can see why it's so much. And it does some things, like one of the things that it does is soothe sunburns. Well, for me, lavender does great with sunburns, and lavender is $15 a bottle. So I do not use my Melissa on sunburns. But there are things that Melissa does that we're going to talk about that are really powerful. And I'm really glad that I've got a bottle, and I'm very careful with what I use. And like I say, I generally, unless it's a thing like BOGOs, then I generally use points to buy it. So it's known as lemon balm. So you might have heard of lemon balm. It is part of the mint family. It's just steam distilled from the leaves and the flowers. And it's been used therapeutically for hundreds of years in a lot of different countries and stuff. So some of the properties, and again, if you think about the properties, I can't say diseases, but if you think about the properties, then you'll know what some of the things it will do. It's an antioxidant. So antioxidants bind up free radicals and help us not have free radicals mess our bodies up. It's an antibacterial, an antidepressant, an antispasmodic, an antihistamine, an antiviral, a hypotensive. Hypotensive means abnormally low blood pressure. So it doesn't create abnormally low blood pressure. It helps that. And it's a nervine, which is something that's used to calm nerves, and it's a sedative. So emotionally, it is the oil of light and truth. So Melissa awakens the soul to light and truth. It reminds individuals of who they truly are and why they came to this earth. Melissa invites one to release everything and anything that holds them back from reaching their fullest potential. Melissa assists individuals in receiving spiritual guidance by reconnecting them with their inner voice. When one feels too weighed down by the burdens of life, Melissa encourages them to keep going. Have you ever felt too weighed down by the burdens of life in the last 5 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things it does is it helps you get in tune with your higher power. Whether you believe that that's God or whatever, the universe, whatever your higher power is, it helps you get in tune with that and helps you look and see who your soul really is. We all play roles of the people that others think we should be, and sometimes we get caught up in trying to be the person that somebody else thinks we are. And Melissa will help you kind of get into yourself and see who you want to be and who your higher power wants you to be, and really to see your potential and your magnificence. I can tell all three of you why and how you are just amazing people, and I really admire you. But lots of times it's hard to see that about ourselves. And so Melissa will help you do that. So some of the negative emotions that it will help get rid of is despairing, hopeless, darkness, burden, loss of will to live, and overwhelmed. Hopefully none of us are experiencing a loss of will to live. Probably all of us are experiencing overwhelm to some degree or another, or have been. So the positive properties are enlightened, joyful, energized, integrity, spiritually connected, contagious enthusiasm. Isn't that a good? Ida has that naturally. Ida is just always enthusiastic, and I love being around her. Liberated, liberated and optimistic. One of the things I think all of you are aware of, that different things have vibrations. You can listen to, if I listen to rap music, my whole feeling and body just kind of goes downhill. Whereas if I listen to really happy, joyful music, then my mood and my spirits raise because it's a higher vibration. So oils have different vibrations, and the highest vibration with essential oils is rose, and I think it's like 800, I want to say megahertz, but that's not what the thing is. But anyway, it's up at 800 positive. Melissa is right up there, really close to that. So one of the things that I do with Melissa is when I'm really down on myself, or when I'm really discouraged, when I'm being pretty depressed, you get the idea. Then I just take, let me grab a bottle here really quick. And this isn't Melissa, but I take a bottle and I just put my thumb on it and tip it up and tip it back up. And then I stick it up on the top of my roof of my mouth. And you all know me and taste and what I put in my mouth. So there are people that don't mind Melissa at all. I think it tastes really gross, but it is amazing what it does. I'll put it on and I just hold my thumb there for 5 to 10 seconds, and it stops the discouragement almost immediately. It doesn't make me happy jumping up and down for joy, but it gets me back to a neutral place, and it takes away all of the intensive negative feelings. And I'm not talking about an hour later, I'm talking about within minutes. So that's one of the reasons. And depression is something I struggle with a lot. So that alone is one of the reasons that I will always have a bottle of Melissa, because it is so great on that. Oh, and crumb. You guys all know and love me, right? Hold on 1 second while I do something. Okay, we're moving. We're going on a field trip here to a different part of my kitchen. And from this angle, you're going to be able to see a lots messier kitchen, probably. But I had made a list of things that you can use Melissa for that is in compliant language. When I do amazing oil classes in my house, then I don't have to worry about being compliant. Cheryl, do you know what I mean when I'm saying compliant?
I do.
Okay, so when I do an amazing oils class in my house, I don't have to worry about being compliant. When I do this, that I'm hoping to post on YouTube, I have to make sure it's very compliant. So I made up my list. I forgot to print it off. So I just switched over to my computer so I can see. So we already talked about one of the things that it does. It improves and uplifts your mood. It soothes inflammation. It relieves a feeling in your stomach after you eat too much and you're feeling very uncomfortable. It will relieve, you can just put a drop and massage it on your stomach. It boosts immunity and creates an environment unfriendly to unwanted guests. Can you read between the lines on that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Hi, Geneva. So it promotes sweating, which on hot days, that doesn't necessarily sound like too much fun, but sweating is a way that our body gets rid of a lot of toxins. So that is a good thing. It improves symptoms of aging minds. And that is a powerful thing. On any of these, if you have questions about it, then contact me and I will describe more what I'm trying to say. So you can combine it with Roman chamomile and apply or diffuse it to help relieve feelings of shock or trauma and to encourage a restful night's sleep. It supports optimal response to seasonal threats and reduce the body's reactivity to those seasonal threats if you take it internally. You can just put it a drop or two in a veggie capsule and swallow it, or you can put a drop under your tongue. I've got a friend who does that and loves it. I won't be doing that. I probably shouldn't say things like that, but I'm real. So it soothes irritations from bug bites or stings. You can inhale from the bottle or diffusing it, apply it on your heart, the bottom of your feet to improve your memory and help release feelings of frustration and create feelings of inner peace and strength. Doesn't that sound great? Apply behind your ears and under your tongue when experiencing a loss of equilibrium or a sense of balance, queasiness, or ear ringing. So there is a lady named Dr. Danielle. This cracks me up. Her name is Danielle Daniel, and she just got her PhD in the nervous system and how it works with the brain. But she does doTERRA and knows a lot about the oils, and so she combines the two fields, so she's really good. If you go on Facebook and type in Danielle Daniel, then there will be a brain talk that she does one. I don't know how often she does it, whether she does it once a week or once every couple of weeks, but there's one on Melissa, and you can listen to it. It's really good. I think it's 13 minutes or something. But she had some oils that you can combine it with. So if you combine it with lavender, it's really good to calm your behavior and to calm angry outbursts. So if you are living with someone, have grandchildren, or grandchildren would probably be the ones from all of us, or maybe if your husbands have angry outbursts, but you can diffuse lavender and Melissa, and it will help just calm the mood and help the people that are having the problems to calm down. You can combine it with On Guard, and it becomes a superpower support for the immune system. You can combine it with Rose, and it becomes fabulous for skin, for balancing your mood, and creating balance and focus. And I'm not talking about ADHD, but I'm talking about, like, yesterday I was a squirrel, and I was going here and I was going there and I was going there, and I needed to just focus, and it wasn't happening. So I should have pulled out my Melissa. You can combine it with cheer, and it will be really uplifting. Frankincense, combine it with frankincense. It is supports your behavior, supports your memory. Now write this down. If you combine in a 10 milliliter bottle, 5 drops of Melissa, 10 drops of frankincense, and then fill it up with fractionated coconut oil, you can apply it on the pulse points on your neck, the back of your neck, and the bottom of your big toes, and that will help support your memory.
What size bottle?
A 10 milliliter. So those are the ones that are about, most of the ones that I've got are like 2.5, actually they're 3.5 inches tall. It's this size.
Could you repeat that again, please?
Yes, it's 5 Melissa and 10 frankincense.
And what does that do again?
That supports your memory.
I was going to ask that, so I think I need that.
Oh.
I was going to say, what for now?
Yeah. Oh boy, do I need it. Okay, here's another screen share that isn't going to be great, but I will figure this out. So again, Laura Jacobs has made up these product sheets that are about the individual oils that will tell about fun facts. Melissa is sourced from Bulgaria, from doTERRA sources it from Bulgaria. And so it's got fun facts, it's got some uses, and when you get down to the bottom, it's got directions for use, and it's got some diffuser blends, and it's got a link that you can get more information from doTERRA. So I'm assuming that you all want the sheet.